details we want folks to know. Now, choreographer Wade Robson was one of Michael Jackson's biggest defenders during his 2005 child molestation case. But now he's trying to file a lawsuit against the Jackson estate. And he made some really shocking claims on the Today Show today. Take a look.
Did he perform sexual acts on you? Did he force you to perform sexual acts on him? What was the nature of the abuse?
Yes, exactly what you said. He performed sexual acts on me and forced me to perform sexual acts on him.
How old were you when it started? 7. And how long did it last?
Till about 14. You know, there's no excuse for what he did to me, and I believe many others, but he was a troubled man, and every effect has its cause. You know, Michael Jackson was, yes, an incredibly talented artist and with an incredible gift. He was many things, and he was also a pedophile and a child sexual abuser.
He says that he's not doing this for money.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just telling you what he says.
He is suing the estate for money. I don't know what that means. I thought it meant that he wanted money.
Do you guys think that that ruins his credibility if he's asking for money while coming out?
He could be prosecuted for committing perjury because, you know, he testified under oath. Yeah. But most attorneys say that that probably won't happen because he says this was not repressed memory. He really did remember it all. But now that he has a son and he thinks about it himself, it's all come out and he feels he has to talk about it. I'm not sure why.
Well, you know, the thing about it is, like, he put out a message. He said, if my coming forward can help other people to not feel that shame and come forward, then it's all worth it. And I think that message gets a little tainted by when people hear that you're suing the estate for money. And then it kind of takes away a little bit of the empathy that folks might have if this is indeed true. And plus, and then also, because you testified before that Michael Jackson never did anything to you, unequivocally never touched you, you have a person who's deceased. He can't defend himself.
And also, which is it? You know, which is it? You said one thing, and everybody said, oh, okay, we got your back.
But he was a kid, and you talk about brainwashing. You're talking about a very popular figure. You're talking about somebody...
No, he wasn't a kid when he testified.
No, but he said Michael had talked to him through it over the phone and talked him through it and talked him through it.
He said Michael Jackson he said Michael told him over the years when he was younger that if you tell, then we're both going to go to jail for the rest of our lives. So he knew to say nothing happened. This is when he was younger.
Because he has a son, he had 2 nervous breakdowns, and then he says, I started to imagine what would happen if this were my son who'd been sexually abused, and I began to realize that my unexplored feelings, I'm quoting him, were a problem. So I felt I had to come out and do the right thing. But you're right, the fact that he's also asking for money, you know...
If you guys don't know who Wade Robson is, he choreographed the You Got Served movies, and he was also a judge on So You Think You Can Dance. He's a very, very famous choreographer.
And he worked with Michael Jackson.
And and also working with Michael.
It would have been a lot easier for him to let this lie, for sure. After all these years, it would have been easier just to keep his mouth shut. So you gotta, it's hard. He's also a public figure to come out.
I mean, if it did happen, I don't know if it'd be easier.
If the family wasn't suing to get
he should have. I just mean the fact that he's coming out, it's not easy on him to come out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, but as Whoopi just said, it's not easy to come out. He says he's doing this because it's his truth, it's the right thing to do. And we might feel a little differently about it as Whoopi, just if he wasn't also
But what if that's where it hurts them? You know, what if that's where the Jackson family feels the pain, or the estate feels the pain?
Let me tell you where they feel the pain. They have gone through this 4 or 5 times. People keep suing. They say, oh, it happened, it didn't happen. There was a trial, many trials. And now the man is dead. That's where it's hurting them. Because he can't even say, now hold up a minute, buddy. There's nothing to be done.
And 2 children.
3 children, yes. And this now lives out in the ether again. You know, I get that people need to get it out there, but if you have the opportunity to tell the truth, tell the truth.
You mean even now, or even
people are not ready to tell the truth.
I understand, but don't wait until the family starts suing and then try to get money from the family to tell. It just is too convoluted. But I have to read this because the Jackson.
Do you believe him?
Well, he's not. You know, Michael's not here to defend himself. That's the thing.
So I'm going to go with the dead guy. The Jackson family, we have to let you know, is denying it vigorously, vigorously, vigorously. Okay, so here's another thing that's much lighter.